subscribe and hit that bell.
Yes, the news by Shanewz. This is the source experience. This ain't gonna be no long, drawn out live. I seen this interview that shout out to Bullet, man. I got I probably dropped some Bullet content. I had the pleasure of interviewing Bullet. Good dude. Um, but this interview that Fight Hype has done with him, and he goes into him and Rolly. He's no longer working with Rolly, and some of the things that he touched on in the interview, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Um, because if you know, you know, right? A trainer isn't really locked in with a fighter. Everybody else is locked in, but a trainer really is not locked in because it's not like a trainer has a contract with the fighter, whereas the manager, promoter, people like that, even the advisor, they have some sort of paperwork with a fighter. Whereas the trainer, there really is no paperwork. So a trainer could be let go and fired like this, like we see taking place now with Bullet. But uh, with a trainer like Bullet, right? Shout out to WCS. I see you in the building, OG. The points that Bullet brought up, right? Valid. And I can relate to these things that he's saying, like as far as taking a fighter from 0-0 or scratch, being there from the beginning and becoming a world champion. But the thing that stuck out that he said in the interview, now a lot of people might say that he sounds upset or scorned. No, the man is valid when he's saying that time, right? He did this, and that's how real trainers, right? Or just not even trainers, just people in general. Anybody that shows invest in interest in somebody else's career, he stated what he did. He put his time, not for the money. It was his time. His time is worth more than the money, right? Keywords that he was dropping in this interview. His time helping these guys achieve their dream, believing in their dream. Now, Rolly's a world champion, and Rolly does not do anything else in his career. He became a world champion, contrary to what people may want to accept. How he got it, he got it. He's a champion, and this man was a big part of that from the beginning. Awkward style. He got knocked out by Tank Davis at the Barclays Center. I was there. They bounced back and to become a world champion. Now this man is no longer in his corner. And the thing that he said, I could definitely relate to social media playing a big part. Thinking somebody else can get him more followers and likes. That is the dummy world, respectfully, that we live in nowadays. Because people don't actually pay attention to the real work. Everything is a gimmick. That's why you always hear me preaching no gimmicks, results. Now, regardless of what people want to say, like I said, the results are the results. Bullet was with this man made him a world champion. Let me get to one of the comments. Combat said these fighters have turned into roamers, wanderers, and pedestrians without direction. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. But for Rolly, it's like, dude, all right. But that's what if you listen to what Bullet said, people getting in his ear. That's what happens, man. A lot of people they sit back and they'll watch you put in the work. They'll watch you craft something, perfect something, and then try to jump in the way or get into the picture. And that's what happened with Bullet. And Bullet was explaining that people getting in his ear. Oh, yo, I could do this, I could do that. Meanwhile, where was they? Where was they? They popping out now. This man crafted you, was with you, took your awkward style. Yeah, yeah. You know, if you ever been in the gym or been around Rolly and see how he gives it up, you know, he's awkward. Yeah. Like he telegraphs his punches, but Bullet was able to get him in position. Like he stated in this interview, get him in position, get a lot of people in position, and to have them turn on him. Now, some of the trainers that need to be turned on, right? They don't get turned on because, like I said, I think trainers don't have contracts with fighters, right? It's not like a manager or a promoter where it's X amount of fights or I'm training for this amount of fights. No, you can be let go just like this at the snap of a finger. Now, Rolly, I think Karma's gonna come back and bite him in the ass, man. But yeah, shout out to you, Bullet, man. Hold your head. Um, you definitely land on your feet. Yeah, you definitely bounce back on your feet. Because one thing about um somebody with your character and from that interview, that, like what I was hearing. Why y'all in the hallway? Go in the room. Like, y'all got the hallway. No loyalty. That's what Bullet said. No loyalty. No loyalty in the game. But it's like for Rolly to do him like this, I dude, Karma's gonna bite you. Um, does anybody know who his coach is? Who's he working with now? Who's his new coach? Who's his new coach? Who did he leave? Who did he leave? Bullet to go with? I didn't even think of doing any research on that because when I watched the fight hub interview, I was just like, damn, dude is foul. Like that is like one of the foulest moves. So let me see if I can look that up right now while I'm sitting here. You know, let me look that up real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I couldn't find that real quick, but for him to leave, dude, and you didn't leave him after you lost to Tank Davis, right? And to leave him now heading to the East Cruz fight, I'm gonna put it out this Sunday 8:50. I hope you lose now. I hope you lose, just cause how you did your coach. You know what I'm saying? I hope you lose. You know, like this is the guy, like he said, 0-0. You was the awkward fighter. Um, he basically been with you through the trenches, the world title status. And the reason why I say that is because I remember when you won the world title, controversial, and the young lady, I think it was Barbosa's daughter, it was somebody from his team, disrespected Bullet, right? And Bullet bit the bullet, right? Defending you, defend, defending you, right? And yeah, I'm trying to be professional. I didn't want to be smacking on this. Oh man, I got a nice fried chicken sandwich. My own Dave hot chicken sandwich. I make my own with the blue cheese. Man, I didn't want to smack in y'all ear. So that's what you heard, right? But yeah, man, hopefully Rolly gets knocked off. Karma comes back around quick for him. Because to do your coach like that, letting people get in your ear that wasn't with you, it's like, man, boxing is a grimy business, man. That's what grimy business, man. But yeah, shout out to you, Bullet, man. Hold your head. You know, good guys always win, bro. You a good dude. I had the pleasure of interviewing you a couple times, speaking with you off the record, on the record in Newark. Um, you'll be all right because when one thing about the universe and God, honorable, righteous people, you always win. Because when you like watching that interview and listening to, you know, you kick it like what I like to say, kick the sauce, and the things that stood out that you was saying, like the sacrifices you was making and how you was just doing it. You know, basically you're a teacher. I was listening to the words, man. Teacher and all these things. Like you always win because good karma is gonna come your way. Rolly, on the other hand, you might be doomed, my brother. You might be doomed, right? You know, like I'm gonna tell you, sometimes certain people are your I'm gonna use my man Bundini to Ali. Certain people God puts around you and with you for reasons. I think you just threw away yours with bullet, not even realizing it, you know? Because when he said that, followers and likes and the goofy shit, the weird shit, the shit that you're so dumb, right? Respectfully, Rolly. If that's what you was looking for, you should have just bought all that fake shit. Because you could buy all of that. You could buy followers. You could buy likes. You could buy all of that. You should have bought it. But you, on the other hand, might have just tossed out your you know, your Bundini. And it might be over for you, man. It might be over for you. But I ain't gonna hold too much of your Sunday time. I just wanted to come on here and say that I definitely probably will be uh dropping some bullet content now, you know. Because one thing about being a frontliner and having a catalog, you have stats. So with that said, let me wrap this up. I'm looking at the weather. They talking about snow again. It was sleet, mixed rain. Now they talking snow. So I gotta prepare. But this is the Source Experience, the news by Shanewz. Hopefully you caught that sauce. Zaga, yaga, ahala.